Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. We made it to the end of week 3. I know you're exhausted. I'm exhausted, so I know that you're 10 million times more exhausted. But we made it, and it was a really great week. Wednesday was an incredible success. We welcomed about 140 little 6th graders into the building. The 6th grade teachers, the connections teachers, and the special ed self-contained teachers, who also have some 7th and 8th graders, were absolute rock stars. They executed the plan. They paid attention to detail. They took care of each other. They had great attitudes. And the thing that touched me the most about what 6th grade connections and special ed self-contained did this week is that even though you guys were nervous, you guys were scared, you had anxieties and fears and doubts and all kinds of trepidation, you did not let the little kids know that or see that. You welcomed them with open arms from afar. And it was very, very selfless of you guys to just put aside your own internal struggles and love on these little kids who also have not had a choice in this matter. The two of you, the two groups, really haven't had a choice in this matter. And so you just put that stuff aside and you loved on your kids. I know it's weird to see them in masks and gloves and standing far apart and being nervous. It's bizarre, but every single kid that I talked to was really happy to be in school and to be loved on by a teacher. They love you and are so grateful. So I'm grateful that you were able to give them a warm welcome, even though you had all kinds of internal stuff you were dealing with. That's what makes this staff extra special. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to the APs for putting together a plan that kept safety at the forefront, that took care of every detail so that teachers didn't have to think about that much and could just deal with welcoming kids. Thank you to Jeff Barfield and the clerks and his team for having a beautiful system of passing out devices so that 30 minutes after the start of the day, every kid in 6th grade had a device that was assigned to him or her. Thank you to Peggy for making a really smooth car rider experience, and to Chris, who made buses work perfectly. Harriet for being the quiet hero who runs around and takes care of everyone's problems without making much noise about it. The lunch ladies who did something brand new by having kiosks at breakfast and lunch. The PTA who gave us goodie bags filled with PPE so that those 6th grade and connections and special ed self-contained teachers could walk into a goodie bag on their chair on Wednesday morning. The custodians who were literally building plexiglass shields at 6 a.m. on Wednesday because they got delivered at the end of the day on Tuesday, and for everything else that they are learning how to do to help you feel safe. Zulma and Sandra are registering kids and doing schedules behind the scenes so that you have your rosters correct and so that we meet enrollment, which is really important on a financial front. The girls at the front took 1 million phone calls and greeted 1 million parents and turned away parents so that we were safe, and just take care of the front so that things in the back run well. It was an extraordinary display of teamwork and positivity, and I'm just so proud. Then we get to Thursday, and then there was a little bit of a crash because we had to put our HRT into action. And the more I thought about this all night, I'm just proud of what we did. I'm positive that we overreacted. In normal times, if we had a tummy ache in the first and second day of school, it would just be a tummy ache on the first or second day of school, and it would just be an absolute normal thing that nobody would have heard about. But this is not normal time, and so we acted quickly the way we're going to have to react to every tummy ache and whatever else comes our way this year, to put to follow the process and put everything in place to make our building safe. And so thank you to the health response team and to everybody else who got to work yesterday to make sure that we did everything that we were supposed to do. That's it. Here we are. And I want to shout out the 6th grade connections and special ed self-contained teachers, because I fully expected them to do nothing but logistics, but for the first 3 days, they had the opportunity to do only asynchronous lessons, and that would have been completely fine with me. And instead, what I saw yesterday when I walked into some classrooms was teachers already doing hybrid teaching, where they had their Zoom kids, they had their face-to-face kids, they had another device over here, and already they were teaching both audiences. On the second day, it was unbelievable. My little hairs stood up on my arms when I walked into Kaylin Dunn's room and I saw her doing that. And then I walked around and everyone was doing it. So kudos, good job. You managed one challenge and you jumped right into the next one, and I'm just amazed. We will tackle 7th and 8th grade with the same kind of positive attitude and with some of our little kinks worked out. So I'm excited about what's coming. I know you're terrified. I know that you are bone tired and exhausted, but we will get through this together. Let us know what you need. Let your APs help you. Talk to us, because we can do this. We will do this, and we are absolutely here to support you. Last thing I'll tell you, which is super fun and positive, is that we did our August Students and Employees of the Month. So I think some of you did not notice in last week's smore that there was a Google form for you to enter the names of anybody who you thought was deserving of August Student or Employee of the Month. It's okay if you didn't notice it. Plenty of you responded, but I know that a lot more of you would have responded if you had had time or if you had seen it. It'll be out every month in the s'more, so look for the link in September. But I did get enough responses that we determined August winners, and so here we go. Our Students of the Month for August, based on your responses, are in 6th grade, Joseph Alazar, in 7th grade, Yiki Chen, and in 8th grade, Brianna Sotelo Estrada. And then our Teachers and Employees of the Month, in 6th grade, DeAndre Force, our first-year teacher in language arts, is awesome. In 7th grade, Tara Raymond, 7th grade science. In 8th grade, Dr. Charlene Allison. In connections, it is Melissa Dorsey, helper of all teachers and at all times and all things, expert in all things tech. And then our employee of the month is Jeff Barfield, who has almost single-handedly, I know he gets a lot of help from Sweet Teresa, but almost single-handedly, Jeff has distributed 800 computers to our community so that access is not a barrier for our kids. And now he's dealing with bringing them back and getting the kids in the building outfitted with devices so that you guys can be one-to-one, so that you can actually do this teaching in this weird time. So I can't think of a more deserving employee this month. So congratulations to our employees and our students of the month. And next Friday, September 4th, we will have a special breakfast in your honor. And we will invite the kiddos' families and your spouses or significant others or kids or whoever you want. So stay tuned for some information about that, and congratulations, and look for my Google link in a couple s'mores from now so that you can nominate your September folks. All right, you guys, it's Friday. You better unplug and relax this weekend. Love you, and let us know what we can do. Have a great day.